Yo, yo, yo. What up, peoples? Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's weekend's going well. We got video gaming news for this morning, January 6th, and then we're gonna dive into some more BG3 with our buddy Pinky. We'll see how the day goes. I've been rocking a headache since yesterday, and so we'll we'll get as much of the gaming stuff in as we can. Hopefully it gets better and not worse, but it's been a bit rough to deal with for the past day, so we'll see how it goes. All right. Let's I guess go ahead and do what we do, man. Let's dive in here and get started with video gaming news and see what is happening in the industry and world of video games. Let's do it. Let's go. Oh. We actually have taken a pretty good look at most of the games that are releasing this month. Even took a pretty nice look at most of the games that are releasing throughout the rest of the year, or tentatively. Oh yeah, Pinky. Yeah, you talking about what you hit me up about? Is that what you're talking about, dude? So I don't know. We've looked at a lot of it. Yeah. It seems so. Yeah, it seems so, dude. Sorry, bro. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. Oh man, that's a rough one, dude. That's a rough one. Yeah. So for everybody that doesn't know, we have our 2024 schedule completed. It is a Google Doc that is going to show us or give us basically a roadmap for what we're going to play all year long. And it is, again, tentative, so there are bound to be changes. It's something that we overshoot the time for the games that we put on the schedule because we know that we're going to need some extra time built into the schedule inherently to fill in an amount of new games that are dropping that we want to play. But it's really tough at this period to create the schedule and account for all the games we'll probably end up playing this year, because many of them just still have window dates. There's no definitive date. It's hard to know when they're coming, so when to put them on the schedule is really tough and things like that. But schedule's done. I really appreciate everybody from the community helping me out with getting the schedule done, and you know, it was a little bit more seamless this year than it was last year. Was from scratch, man, so it was building the entire schedule and figuring out how to get it done, and I think it took us a little bit longer than it did this year, which is it's good that we were able to get it done quicker, I think. But I do appreciate everybody's help, and I don't know, we'll see what the year brings. Hopefully it's as good as 2023 or even better, you know. That stream down game, yeah. Not one of my favorite games to play, by the way. Oh, here we go. Netflix could add price tags and ads to games. So, one of the nice things about Netflix has been, they're roughly 2 years into this venture of pivoting into video games as a piece of entertainment, or a division of their entertainment corporation. And one of the things that I have promoted that's been nice about them so far was that they didn't have any of this, and it's something that they've heavily promoted too. If you are a subscriber of their service, you inherently get access to their games, and you don't have to worry about in-app purchases, in-game purchases, microtransactions, anything like that, or ads. Now, apparently, that's going to change. Feels bad, man. Oh, Lethal Company's a good one to throw on there, actually, dude. Yeah. We could try that out. Yeah. Again, all these. That's a good recommendation, dude. Yeah. I don't know that we'll get all these played anyways, but yeah, let's put Lethal Company in here, Doug. Yeah. I can't type. I need way more coffee. That's a nice one, dude. Yeah. This will continue to evolve and change as we talk about more games coming and as we move forward with the schedule and everything. So, but if you guys have suggestions or whatever, always feel free to let me know. And you can throw them in the Discord. We've got a channel on our Discord server that's suggestions, and you can throw them in there and stuff too. But that's a good one, dude. Yeah. That was an oversight on my part. I would like to play some of that. That'd be cool. This shouldn't be a surprise. I don't think Rockstar is planning on having a dedicated official RP servers for their game. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. We're going to talk about this Netflix crap. What to expect from the Fallout franchise in 2024? Well, I mean, we just got Fallout Space in Starfield a few months ago, right? So I'm going to be triggering some people with this Starfield crap, dude. But I don't know. The big thing that we all know is coming for Fallout in 2024 is going to be the show out of Amazon, right? So the show for Amazon hits, is it April? I think it's April. And what we will be trying to probably do is get some watch parties in to where we can watch some of these episodes together as a community. Cool. So we're I forgot to put that on the schedule too, but that's probably what we're going to try to do at the end of streams on like Fridays, because that's when these episodes will drop. Nine new game releases for this year. What we can't wait to play across all platforms. We'll take a quick peek and see if there's anything on there we haven't really discussed recently. For all those football fans, looks like EA Sports College Football news coming on Monday. God, I wish another company would have been able to make this. It's just so disgusting, dude. So you're going to get Madden, but it'll be with college players, okay? There you go. Next, Xbox Developer Direct coming later this month. Will they address... Is Xbox and Microsoft actually going to publicly address this debacle around the AI-generated artwork for their indie stuff? I don't know that they have. CES pops off in like 2 or 3 days. So we'll be getting a lot of news out of CES, especially on the tech front. There'll be some gaming stuff too. We already know that, who was it, has a new handheld? MSI, I think it's MSI, has a new PC gaming handheld coming to into the fold for us, being announced at CES, you know? Wait. Don't think they will, and also don't think they will stop. What was I talking about? That's That's where my head's at, Doug. Oh, Microsoft, yeah, with the AI stuff. Yeah, I agree. I kind of noted that, dude, in this video. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Dude, I'm sluggish this morning. I didn't sleep well. My flipping head is just a mess, Doug. I apologize. Yeah, it finally clicked, dude. I was like, wait, what are you talking about, bro? Yeah, this article, dude, on the YouTube channel, we hit on the news last week when we found this originally. I kind of discussed the same thing in there. Yeah. I don't think they'll address it, and I don't think they'll stop either. It's I think it's one of those things where there are major corporations like Microsoft, Square Enix. I've got another article on the YouTube page about Square Enix being publicly open about how heavily invested in AI they are for game development moving forward. You guys know my sentiments. It's unavoidable. It's inevitable. I think it can be a more efficient way of doing things, but it needs to be done ethically, right? And unfortunately, I don't think that most of these large corporations have any cares to give about the ethics behind it, right? It's just like, hey, this is an easier way to do things, and we can circumvent having to pay people to create unique assets. So, you know, they're just going to continue to do it, and you know, their thought process is, are people going to get pissed to an extent, and it'll blow over? You know, I think that's the way that they're like approaching these situations. And that's why at the end of that article, I was like, you know, we're going to have to keep calling out these companies for doing this kind of thing, because that's what they're banking on. They're banking on us just like sloughing it off or forgetting about it and stuff, you know. Sucks. Oh, that coffee. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right, dude. Yeah. Yep. Game Pass, we talked yesterday, we saw the Game Pass games coming for January, but we didn't talk about the ones leaving, so let's pull that up, take a look. Yeah. Handheld device claw, what? Yeah, they teased it yesterday, we talked about it. Ooh, okay, we might have pics to look at there. Interesting. Okay. I mean, here's what we know. To an extent, it's going to look like every other handheld right now. Because it's a gaming handheld. But we'll take a look at it. Oh, dude, that's Hades 2 right there. You know it, son. I am psyched about some Hades 2. We'll take a look at both of these. We'll probably finish out the day on these like games that are coming. Samsung TVs get their own video game controllers. Let's take a peek. Part of their Samsung Hub stuff, I think. That looks like a flippin' Xbox controller. Gaming Bible can get wrecked. Steam makes one of the best multiplayer games, only $1. Comicbook.com is starting to feel a lot like Gaming Bible to me. It didn't used to, but it's quickly getting there. Let's actually, where was that? Let's go with this for the controller stuff. Why? Oh my God. Why is it taking them so long to get the next season of Arcane out? Bro, when did season 1 of Arcane hit? Like 2021? Yeah, dude. Alright, dog. Yo, nice flipping rando mode on that alert, by the way. Bro, November of 2021. November of 2021. This show is so good if you haven't seen this. Arcane. I'm not even a League of Legends fan. I'm not a fan. I've just never been a big fan of League of Legends. It's never been something that I played a little bit of it just to, you know, get a taste of what the game's about. It didn't really, it's not really my jam, you know. But I don't have anything against it either. I just have never, you know, had a real big pull towards their universe, their lore and stuff. But this game, or this show is dope. I haven't seen many other shows actually since this came out. I'll tell you of one recently I watched, which is Blue-Eyed Samurai. Blue-Eyed Samurai is on par with this, I feel. But Arcane is incredible. And I've been waiting, dude, and waiting for, like, when are we getting season 2, you know? When are we going to get season 2 of Arcane? Apparently, 3 years after season 1 released. Jesus. Oh, terrible. I don't have the patience, dude. I can't wait to see the next part of this. Yeah, dude. This was Willis, the 13-year-old broski that got the kill screen in Tetris, dude. First human, as far as we know of, that has ever done this, and that's a very incredible feat, man. It was really cool to watch too. Wait, what? Okay. Boomer Shooter is now an official genre on Steam. No flipping way. Nice. That's funny. Let's take a look at our other search here. Let's get rid of some sports stuff too. How about it? Feels like, you know, you have these companies that seem like they're worth supporting. They're doing some decent stuff, and then they just fold. You know, they fold to the pressures of the scumminess, dude. It's incredibly just rough to deal with all the time watching this kind of. Netflix is I've been a pretty big advocate of what they've done in their pivot to get into gaming. There have been some things, especially here lately, they need to give more access to gamers on different platforms to, you know, whether it be desktop, PC, without the use of an emulator or anything like BlueStacks. If you can even access it through that, I'm guessing you can, or console players, you know, they need an app to be able to pull up your games, log in, play your games in a Netflix's app on console and stuff too. It's really limiting for us as gamers to consider even getting in here to an extent to play their games, and that's one of the things that I've been a bit, you know, critical of them here lately. But for the most part, I think that they've had a pretty good business strategy for getting into the gaming industry, gaming as an entertainment, new entertainment division for them. And but this feels bad. I've promoted them on this fact a lot, that they don't have monetization, they don't have microtransactions, they don't make you watch ads to play their games. You know, you're a subscriber to their platform. Yeah. And let's be fair here. I mean, for as much as you're paying for a Netflix subscription nowadays, you can have a Game Pass Ultimate subscription. So if you really want a game and you don't care all that much about Netflix's movies and TV shows, you should probably just move over to Game Pass. This feels bad. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. What are they talking about here? Ooh, Armored Core. Nice. Yeah, I've got that on the schedule right now. Armored Core. I'm pretty interested in getting played this year. It's one of the ones I didn't get to get played last year. I really want to try to get in there and get it done. Save 20% off Super Mario RPG for the Switch. Yo, let me. I'll bring this up so people can see where they might be able to get a discount on this. But I'm gonna bring up. I was worried about. So this is my favorite Mario game of all time. The original was, or is. They made some differences to the remake, which I was worried about the balancing of it. And I talked to one of my friends last night on the phone who has been playing it recently, and they were like, dude, it doesn't feel like the same kind of challenge in the original game. It feels like they incorporated some new mechanics that make the game much easier, no matter what difficulty you're playing on. And that, for me, is going to feel really, really bad. I remember this game actually being moderately difficult. Games back then tended to be anyways, though. And I feel like what they did, they incorporated a mechanic where you can hit, if you're good at timing your buttons in the game, apparently, instead of just getting a good defense boost or like a crit attack, basically is what it used to be, right? Or an increased damage boost if you timed your character's attacks on enemies or their attacks on you correctly with button presses. Apparently now it's like anytime you time it correctly, you just hit all the enemies. You just hit all enemies. And from what my buddy was telling me, it doesn't feel balanced. It feels really, really soft. Feels really easy to get through, really easy to play. And that sucks, dude. That's going to make this feel like an entirely different game to me. So I don't even know if I'll plan on playing it now. It sucks to hear that. And I don't know why they'd, like, I don't know why they would have made that change for the game anyways, unless they wanted to make the game softer for people. Because in my opinion, it was fine the way it was. Probably a little biased, but we talked about this yesterday. Yeah. Both studios has been hit with layoffs. Feels bad. Dragon's Dogma 2 shows off its main character classes in new gameplay preview. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We're playing that on release for sure. The Claw. Are you flipping kidding me? Star Citizen introducing a $48,000 ship bundle. But only for players who have already spent $10,000.
outrageous.
Oh my God. What this flipping game, dude. I'm not going to rant right now. I'm going to rant in a bit once I get to that article. Jesus Christ. You don't know about Star Citizen. I'm about to learn you. We've talked about this. Konami has some big games releasing this year. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater remake coming, as well as Silent Hill 2 remake. You know, so there's some big stuff coming for Konami this year. We'll see. You know, obviously, like the who's developing Snake Eater? Is it Konami develop and publish? I can't remember. I know that Silent Hill 2 remake is Bloober Team. Bloober and Bloober's developing, Konami publishing. Well, we'll just have to see what comes to the table with these titles. There's hype, obviously. A lot of hype here, but we'll see how they do. You would hope that they do very well. One of the reasons I hope they do very well in the quality of these games is because... What up, dude? Yo, I've been wondering about you, bro. How you been? Yo, dude, what's going on? Hey, I got you, dude. I got you. Yeah.
Now that we're friends, is it okay if I pet you?
Yeah. Thanks, dude. Oh, yo, dude, no, you earned it, man. You earned it. Thanks for always being here. And
OutsiderAntics gifted Vault Chaplain 707 a subscription. OutsiderAntics gifted a tier 1 sub to Vault Chaplain 707.
TTS, shut up. I'm trying to talk. You butthole. Yeah, no, dude. You earned that, dude. You earned that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure didn't you get a random mode? You got a random mode, didn't you? I thought, anyways. But you also, man, you know, you've done a lot of stuff in here. I thought you got a random mode, didn't you? I think you had one. Yeah. That's what I thought. You had one. Soup just won, dude. Soup just won. So I owe Soup one, and I owe Soup one right now, and I owe True one right now too. But I got you, bro. I got you. Yeah. True and Soup just got one too. Soup just won the other day. Pretty good stuff, man. I like it. I like to see people winning. It feels good, dude. Yeah. I actually got to play a game with Soup for the first time last night. It was fun. Or yesterday at the end of the stream, we played the finals a little bit, dude, and Soup jumped in with us and played. It was cool. We had a pretty good time. How you been, buddy? What's up? How were the holidays and everything, dude? Good to see you, man. Happy weekend. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of some of the Castlevania stuff, and I think that if we see promising stuff here with like the Metal Gear and Silent Hill coming back into modern gaming, then there's a good potential we'll get new Castlevania stuff, maybe too. That would be a hope for me, you know. It was nice. Good, dude. I'm glad. Gaming Bible is clickbait. Dude, this kind of crap has to stop. This is insane. You know, the amount of people that have been seriously injured or even killed because of video gaming SWAT crap, swatting people, that's just terribly disgusting, dude. That's not, you know, just like toying with people's lives, dude. Who does that? That's so gross, man. You know? Well, we'll go one more page here. Let's see what else we got. Clickbait. The finals felt pretty fun, dude. I'd been, we played a few rounds like True and myself and Soup at the end of the day yesterday. And then I played a little bit more last night with my son. We had a good time, dude. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I need to get better. But it feels pretty good. It looks good. It's pretty fast paced, which I enjoy. God, I can't wait for Arcane Season 2. Jesus. Not a bad little title. It's free to play, so obviously there's, you know, a lot of monetization in the game as far as like cosmetics and stuff, but I don't think there's any pay to win or anything like that. So, you know, you generate one type of currency in game. You can unlock other abilities and weapons and stuff like that with that. I think one of the things I would like to see is a expanded weapon outfitting kind of, where maybe, you know, the more you level up your weapons, the different kinds of attachments you can get and stuff. I like that kind of thing, dude. I haven't seen anything like that in the game yet, but it's probably a lot easier to balance when you don't have that kind of stuff too. What? City of Heroes server now has an official license? What? Dude, for real? Haha. Dude, bro, I played this game back in the day. This was a cool old MMO, dude. That's insane. What? Baldur's Gate 3 mod now lets you use a rocket launcher. That's wild, dude. All right. Let's go ahead and dive in here, dude. These will be our articles for the day. Cool. Get a good stretch in. We'll get a big old slurp of some coffee. Woo. Sorry, guys. The yawns are going to be inevitable today. I slept like trash. I've had a headache since yesterday, so it's going to be something. Sorry. A City of Heroes server now has an official license from NCSoft. Insane, dude. NCSoft has granted an official license to a City of Heroes server run by fans. In something of a shock move, the studio behind the likes of Aeon, Guild Wars 2, and the upcoming HZD MMO has granted the seal of approval for an off-the-books City of Heroes server. The server, known as Homecoming, has been online since the Korean publisher wound down Adventures around 2012. Now fans can fetch their capes with NCSoft's blessing. Dude, I still have the boxes to these games. Was it City of Heroes, City of Villains, I think is what it was, right? The news broke on the official Homecoming forums, detailing the news and what this man's for players. I think that's supposed to be means. Anybody who took to crime fighting on this unofficial server will know that while the spin-off contains all the features and fights that players remember, this is poorly written. It always came with a bit of risk. Fan-run and private server instances of popular games aren't officially endorsed. Even if you find a trustworthy server admin, always the possibility that the IP owner will drop a cease and desist, wiping away time and potentially money that you spent in this virtual world. This goes double for MMOs. In this instance, Homecoming has always had a tacit seal of approval from NCSoft, and now it's official. If you missed leaping tall buildings and fighting crime with a legion of your own in this legendary MMO, then you can fly back in and be sure that you're not wasting any time. Head over to the official Homecoming City of Heroes server forum to find out if capes are back in fashion. Yeah. Interesting. They need to proofread before they publish these articles. There's a lot of mistakes in there. But this is cool news, dude. This is cool. I used to play an amount of this back in the day. Like I said, I've still got the boxes to these games for PC and everything, you know. Pretty dope. If you want that link to the server and everything, take a look. There you go. Save 20% off Super Mario RPG for the Switch. So Walmart right now has it for $48, okay? Best price that this site has seen for a game that was just recently released, and it's physical copy, okay? So I think that I'm going to note something here that I talked about just a second ago when we pulled this up. If you played this game originally, this was, and always has been ever since I played it, my favorite Mario game. I don't think that's probably a surprise to most people that know me very well. I love RPGs, and to have a Mario RPG means that this is, you know, and it was a really well done game too. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But my buddy was telling me that it feels like they made the game softer. They made it feel breezy no matter what difficulty. There's 2 different difficulties, and both difficulties, he said, feel quite different than the original did, and that's unfortunate, you know, that they made a significant change in the game, and it doesn't feel like they balanced it right, from what he was telling me. Where used to you would time your attacks and incoming attacks with a button press to either get enhanced damage or enhanced defense, stuff like that, and now if you time your button hits correctly when you're attacking, you just attack all enemies all the time. And he was like, dude, it feels like they just like incorporated this, didn't balance the game right, and it just got really soft because of it. And I don't know, feels a bit rough, feels bad to me actually. I don't know why they felt like they needed to make that change anyways. The game, I think, originally was fine the way it was, with just getting button presses to get, you know, the enhanced damage on a single target, or, you know, enhanced defense, blocking and stuff whenever it was, attacks were incoming. Apparently they just feel like the game didn't need to be the same, I guess, difficulty wise as it used to be. And for me, that's unfortunate. That's going to make the game feel entirely different. And I doubt that I would still go if I was, dude, I haven't played Super Mario RPG since I was pretty young, and I'm guessing if I went back and played it now, I would probably have some kind of sentiment about how it felt harder when I was younger, more than likely. But it does sound like this game has become maybe softer than it was originally too, and I don't know why they would do that, other than the fact that games just tend to be easier nowadays than they used to be. I don't know. But if you're interested, you can get some price off here, a little bit of a discount on the game. Oh, dude, let's look at this. Dragon's Dogma 2 shows off its main character classes in a new gameplay preview. Let's go. What do we have? Yeah, this game is releasing on March 22nd. We're going to be playing it. The schedule is completed, by the way, for our year tentative schedule, like I said before this morning. So our roadmap for what we're going to be playing this year is there. It will change. It will, you know, we have to just remain agile with it, adjust as needed as we move forward with game releases, and, you know, unforeseen maybe issues of the schedule needing to be adjusted and stuff. But it's a good roadmap anyways. 18 minutes. Oh my god, dude. We should probably end the news segment on this bad boy. Let's do that. We'll end the news segment on watching this video, okay? So at the end of the news, we will just sit here and watch all the classes that are coming for Dragon's Dogma 2, okay? Oh my god. Star Citizen introducing a $48,000 ship bundle, but only for players who have already spent $10,000. Can I just say, like, how disgusting this feels? I wish they would let me get rid of that sidebar altogether, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. We've had some community members that have been fans of this, but I cannot see things like this and not try to educate people on what has gone on here with Star Citizen. You're talking about a game that was promoted to be full release by 2014. We are a decade later. They're still only releasing alpha modules for this game. And not only that, but let me pull up the Wikipedia here for Star Citizen and show you how much money they've raised. I have heard it is a well-developed game, but I cannot look at this without bringing this up. If you're not aware of what this game has gone through as far as a publicly funded game, and how much money they've raised, and how kind of scummy this has to feel to a lot of people, and just from the outside in, everything that I've known and tracked about this development process and the game, and it feels very off-putting to me. So I'll give you definitive actual stats here, right? The game was announced via a private crowdfunding page in September of 2012, right? 12 years ago. Well, about 11 and a half years ago. Was later joined on October 18th, 2012 by a successful Kickstarter campaign which drew over US $2 million, right? So just on their initial Kickstarter, they drew in over $2 million. Pre-production of the game began in 2010, with production starting in 2011. It has become highly criticized, as it should be, during its long production process, both for the fact there is still no clear release date and for the challenges backers who have abandoned the project have faced in receiving a refund. The launch of the game was originally anticipated for 2014, but was repeatedly delayed. 2013, Cloud Imperium Games began releasing parts of the game known as modules, like I said before. I'm going to have people argue here that the modules feel good, they're big, there's lots of stuff to do, and I understand that, but I'm also going to contrast that with the fact that a lot of what I understand about the process of the development of this game feels like they can't buckle down and put these modules together so that you have a complete game. It's like they keep losing track. Oh, this would be cool too. Let's make this before everything's done. You know what I mean? And this is why I think this feels so bad to me as a gaming enthusiast, and to watch what they do to people with, we need more funding. We need more backing. And we haven't even gotten to the amount of backing they've had for this game over the entirety of its development process so far. But the modules, right? I know there's some good content in these modules, but the game's not a fully complete playable product, and it is a decade later. Yeah, probably so, Vault. And a big reason is because of this name right here. Chris Roberts. There are so many people that are a fan of Chris Roberts and what he had done in the past that they are like blind to some of the more, you know, scamazzy kind of stuff happening within this project. So, the latest of these modules, known as Persistent Universe, was made available for testing to pre-purchasers in 2015 and continues to receive updates. After more than a decade in development, the project date for the commercial release of Star Citizen is currently given. After the initial Kickstarter ended, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Cloud Imperium Games continued to raise funds through the sale of ships and other in-game content, like we're talking about right now, right? This is another iteration of them doing this. This is how they've decided to raise more money as they've continued to go, well, we need more. We need more. We need more. And, dude, these packages are expensive. They have been from the get-go. Most of them, anyways. After the initial Kickstarter ended, Cloud Imperium Games continued to raise funds through the sale of ships and other in-game content and is now noted for being the highest funded crowdfunded video game and one of the highest funded crowdfunding projects overall ever in the video gaming industry, having raised over $500 million as of September of 2022. That doesn't even account for how much more money they've raised over the past year and a half. Such methods of generating, and this isn't even everything that they've gotten, such methods of generating crowdfunded revenue have, however, led to criticisms and legal issues surrounding the project. In addition to crowdfunding, marketing is now also funded through an external investment, having received another $63 million as of March of 2020. This is a and look, I've heard things too. I've heard things about how Cloud Imperium takes care of its employees. People that work there are pretty happy with their work environment and stuff like, and that's great. That's fantastic. But it doesn't, dude, we're talking about a budget well over what we've seen many banger AAA games have over the past number of years, right? I mean, $500 million. $500 million. And there's still no full release for this game. And then we get into this. Star Citizen introducing a $48,000 ship bundle, but only for players who have already spent $10,000. Star Citizen developer Cloud Imperium Games is releasing a ship bundle for its controversial space simulator that costs an eye-watering $48,000. Hire Bobby Kotick. I heard he's looking for employment, dude. Revealed on its website, the Legatus 2953 pack will arrive in the first quarter of this year and cost $48,000, despite the game not having officially launched yet. Ahead of all others, this definitive armada is an equal match to the noble title of Legatus Navium. The Legatus 2953 item page reads, comprised of over 175 vessels from every manufacturer of note. This perfect collection, including all ships released and concepted through 2953, empowers every fleet commander to forge a lasting legacy, leading humanity towards a brighter future. Adding even more to the price, this Legatus 2953 pack seems only be available to members at a certain tier of Star Citizen's Chairman's Club, one which requires spending $10,000 on other in-game items to achieve. But baffling as a $58,000 bundle may sound to outsiders, for existing fans of Star Citizen, this isn't much of a shock. Star Citizen has been selling high-priced Legatus bundles to its biggest spenders for years now, with each new year bringing with it an updated bundle including even more new ships and a higher price tag to account for them. Original story continues. Star Citizen is considered one of the most controversial projects in all of video games. Over the years, it's been called many things, including a scam by those who wonder whether it will ever properly launch. What cannot be denied is the huge amount of money so far raised by Star Citizen, which CIG Cloud Imperial Games displays on its website. At the time of this article's publication, Star Citizen has raised over $650 million from more than 5 million accounts. And it's still not a full launch, still not a full release. I mean, I don't know what to say to people that get suckered into this kind of stuff either, though. It's like, I mean, I think from the get-go, it's a little bit harder to see the scumminess of what might be happening here. You know, for the Kickstarter's a great thing. Crowdfunded projects have been a fantastic thing for a lot of developers to get games brought to fruition for us that we otherwise probably wouldn't have had. And so a lot of people do great stuff by backing those games and getting the funding to the developers they need to bring us these amazing pieces of, you know, software to play. But you know, I think the people that have continued to buy into something like this are going to be the same people that are going to criticize me for criticizing the game, you know, and what this is. And they're the ones that continue to probably, you know, criticize anybody that has anything negative to say about how scummy this looks and feels. You know? I don't know. It's a rough look, dude. Truth hurts. It really does, dude. I don't know. Star Citizen. Samsung Gaming Hub TVs will get officially licensed controllers for Xbox Cloud Gaming. Oh, that's why it looks like an Xbox controller. Samsung has been including its cloud-based Gaming Hub platform in many of its high-end smart televisions over the past few years. Gaming Hub is available on many of the company's PC smart monitors and Odyssey gaming monitors as well. Samsung has even promoted Gaming Hub TVs as a way to play high-end games like Starfield via Xbox Cloud Gaming without the need for a PC or gaming console. Gaming Hub also supports Amazon Luna and NVIDIA GeForce Now services. While you could use a large number of Bluetooth game controllers with Samsung's Gaming Hub products, the company is now taking the next step to turn it into a dedicated gaming platform. As part of the pre-CES announcements, Samsung has revealed it will allow third-party game accessory makers to create products that are officially licensed to work with the Gaming Hub TVs and monitors. Interesting. The first such product that's officially licensed for the Gaming Hub is coming from PDP. The Replay wireless controller can not only let you play games on the Gaming Hub, but it can also serve as a remote control for the TV or monitor, letting you mute and control the audio along with turning the power on and off on the TV or monitor. Looks like it's going to be retailing for $50 US. Can be bought on Amazon. There's your look at it. I'll link this if anybody's interested. This feels like it's probably clickbait, but we'll see. What is this? Steam game. It makes one of the best multiplayer games, only $1. Oh, Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. Yep. There you go. If you don't already know about these games or don't already have these games, take a look. Take a look. These are Valve created games, right? The Left 4 Dead series is Valve, correct? Pretty sure. Or am I tripping? I think that's right. Yeah, Valve. Yep. Need more coffee. So there's the article there if you guys want to get in there and grab those games. Next, Xbox Developer Direct coming later this month. New post on Reddit by user Xantorn, who has been accurate in revealing showcase events in the past, claims that the next Xbox Direct will happen during the week of January 14th. You know, we're coming around the same time frame very quickly of where we got a Shadow Drop Hi-Fi Rush, right? Yeah, how great would it be to start the year with something Shadow dropped on us as good as Hi-Fi Rush was? But we'll see. I think it was the end of January of last year where we got the Shadow Drop there, and it was so nice. Should it happen this week, it will likely be sometime between January 15th and 19th, as those are the weekdays for that week. The reason I bring up Hi-Fi Rush, it was, I think we got that out of a Microsoft or an Xbox showcase, didn't we? What showcase did we get that out of? I can't remember off the top of my head. But Microsoft also owns ZeniMax, and ZeniMax owns Tango. And Tango Softworks is the developer behind Hi-Fi Rush. That's why I bring that up. So, comes just days. I mean, really, the hierarchy is like ZeniMax, Bethesda, and I think Tango's like underneath them. But I don't know. Maybe it does just go ZeniMax, Tango. I'm not quite sure. Comes just days. Unlikely Microsoft would hold an event at this point during the weekend. Comes just days after it was spotted online that a developer direct could be happening on January 25th. We can't confirm the exact date and time just yet. Insider Gaming also understands that an event is scheduled to take place within the next couple of weeks, further adding credence to the rumors. Xbox is not commenting, just like they're not commenting on using AI-generated art in their indie promotion stuff. Good stuff. What do we have here? Let's look at... Oh, yeah. So these are the games that are leaving Game Pass in January. GTA 5. You have about 10 days left to play GTA 5, and it'll be gone. Persona 4 Golden as well, leaving on the 15th. And then less notable Garden Story and MotoGP 22. If you need these, here you go. Those are the games, the games leaving Game Pass, okay? We have a new PC handheld device coming to the fold. We talked about it yesterday. It's been announced, kind of teased a little bit by MSI as something they're going to showcase in CES, which pops off in about 2 to 3 days. And it looks like we have some leaks here now. The MSI handheld device Claw details leaked. New leaks have emerged, including the name and specs for the upcoming MSI handheld gaming device, now titled The Claw. Leaks were first reported by Video Cards. The report cites MSI China Marketing Materials, Geekbench, Olrak29, and at WNXD as their sources. Just officially teased the new handheld yesterday, right? There was a brief teaser for the device on Instagram, and MSI planned on announcing more at CES when it pops off here in a few days. But Twitter user at Wario64 featured all of the Claw's leaked specs in the new post. Let's take a look here. To compete with Asus and Lenovo with a brand new handheld, yeah, we kind of figured that would be the case. It looks fairly similar to the Asus ROG Ally. In my opinion. Yeah, there was already kind of speculated they were going to be using Intel Meteor Lake for this, and it apparently is now official. Relying on Core Ultra 7 155H SKU for Claw, high-spec processor with a total of 16 cores and 22 threads, double of what Ryzen Z1 Extreme offers. However, Intel hardware features a hybrid of P-cores and E-cores, which has not yet been a popular choice among handheld makers, mainly due to limited graphics performance that came with such architecture. However, things have changed with the introduction of Intel Core Ultra 100H series. Let's see here. Here are all your specs. 32 gigs of RAM. There's all your CPU information. Yep, 32 gigs of memory. What about battery, dude? Okay, so we don't even know anything about storage capacities yet, storage type, display, connectivity, battery, weight, any of that stuff. Default operating systems, another big thing we need to know. And obviously, this is a really nice comparison here, though. Look at this. Handheld gaming consoles. They've got the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go, and then the MSI Claw up here. And you can actually compare and contrast all these. Now, what you have to take into consideration is, like, down here, you take a look at this. I'll try to buff this up a little bit. Oh, dude, I like that. Let's go. Yeah, that darkness. My old friend, dude. They show the different models, retail price. There are different models, right? So with the Steam Deck, it shows the amount of RAM and then the storage capacity, right? Same here. It's going to show the amount of RAM, the processor you get, because on this is the ROG Ally, right? Yeah, ROG Ally. You're going to get either the Z1 or the Z1 Extreme processor, and a different in storage capacity just with the solid state drive that's internal to the device. All of these have like expansion bays and stuff, though, you know, a SD card, micro SD card slots and stuff like that. Then the what's it, Lenovo Legion Go? Yeah, the you can see right here as well, Z1, then 2 Z1 Extremes, 16 gigs of RAM, and the storage capacities as well. And you can see all these prices. This is actually a really, really nice comparison right here. I like this. The big difference we're already seeing right here is that the MSI Claw is going to have 32 gigs of RAM, yo, and none of these other ones do. 32 gigs of RAM retail out the gate, and none of these other ones do. But we still have a lot of things that we need to see about what the device is going to bring to the table, as far as, you know, the different models, the display, the battery, all that kind of stuff, and what it's going to cost. Yeah. These might be old prices, dude. Did they update the prices for the OLEDs? I think they might have. Hold on. The 512 is $549. Wait, what? So this is the old LCD. So the lower tier one here they're showing is the LCD. They still have the 256, the 64, and the 512. They have all of these in LCD still that you can get at a lower price point. They took the price of those down, I think. But they do now have the 512 gig and 1 terabyte OLED versions, which basically have a better display, bigger, I think it's better nits. There's obviously it's OLED versus LCD, so everything that comes along with that, right? And it's it's more energy efficient, right? Therefore, they put a bigger battery in with the new OLEDs as well. If you didn't know, it's a 50 watt as opposed to a 40 watt battery. And with the addition of the OLED screen, it actually, the device consumes less battery than it did before, which is cool. But $549 for the 512. Oh yeah, yeah. And then it's the what? $649 US for the 1 terabyte. Yeah, see this hasn't been updated. You can get the OLEDs for virtually the same price here with bigger storage now. So it's, just know that, I guess. Just know that. Interesting. We'll see more about what comes here in the next few days as we get more information. We'll get all the information very soon about this new device as CES pops off and MSI gives us all the info. Interesting. Okay. Netflix could add price tags and ads to your games. It sucks to hear this. It really does. I think that for the most part, Netflix's pivot into the gaming industry as a new division for their entertainment has been pretty good. Their strategy has been pretty solid, I feel. But they are lacking in areas of getting games into certain gamers' hands, if you will. I think that they need a dedicated gaming application or something where, you know, if you're playing on a desktop PC, you can just boot that up and play. Or if you're playing on consoles, you can access their app and play those games through those kinds of, you know, platforms. Whereas everything so far, basically, for the most part anyways, has been, if you want to play our games, you have to play through the mobile app, which is kind of disgusting. They have a lot of good games on that platform now, but not everybody wants to play those games through the mobile app, you know? And I know people will probably argue, well, you can like emulate it on a PC with BlueStacks and stuff. You shouldn't have to. You know, if Netflix wants people, as many people playing their games as possible, they need to be getting the functionality of this into as many gamers' hands as possible. And one of the things I have promoted, that's basically been my big criticism about Netflix's gaming stuff so far. Most of their I think, strategy for getting into gaming has been pretty solid. This is one of the things I've promoted, was that if you want to play games on Netflix and you have a subscription, you don't have to deal with monetization in the games. They don't let it happen. You don't deal with ads. They don't let it happen. And that's the way it should be. You're paying for a subscription service for their platform. But we've also seen here lately how basically every platform, even if it's not a game streaming service, if it's a, you know, like a TV or movie streaming service, something like that, they're all adding ads now. There's an ad tier. And if you don't want to deal with ads, you pay more, you know? And it sucks to see Netflix do this. You're already paying a solid amount of money for Netflix subscription. And to play their games without having to deal with monetization, without having to deal with being slapped in the face by ads, was something that I found to be pretty nice. And I promoted it. And now it seems like they are going to fold that and just give in to what everybody else is doing, which to me just feels terrible, you know. It's been more than 2 years since Netflix started including games on its platform, giving users an entirely new way to enjoy their paid-for service. Recently, that gaming platform was heavily publicized following the addition of Grand Theft Auto games and included in the price of a Netflix subscription and available to all users. They've had other bangers added too, like Hades, stuff like that. In a recent report published by the Wall Street Journal, it was revealed that Netflix is looking at ways to monetize the popularity of its gaming platform and is reportedly considering implementing price tags, in-game ads, and microtransactions. Blech. But they said they wouldn't. Exactly. It was just a year ago that Netflix's co-CEO Greg Peters talked down the idea of introducing these very features to the streaming giant's gaming platform. Quote, "We want to have a differentiated gaming experience, and part of that is giving game creators the ability to think about building games purely from the perspective of player enjoyment and not having to worry about other forms of monetization, whether it be ads or in-game payment." Now, according to the report written in the WSJ, that's exactly what Netflix is considering. For more than 2 years, these games have been made available to users for no extra charge, and quite a substantial library has been built up. Towards the end of 2022, it was reported that the fledgling service wasn't all that popular among Netflix subscribers, but things have evolved since then. Netflix is yet to confirm whether it's seriously looking at in-app purchases and ads to monetize its gaming platform. I think it's probably a safe bet they are now. And that sucks to hear, dude. I think I don't think we have enough people in the gaming industry anymore that are gamers. I don't think we have enough people in the gaming industry that are true gamers. It just feels so watered down with solely... Look, I get business is a business, right? Business is business. You've got to make money and everything. I get that. But it feels like we're just always relinquishing to the numbers game. You know, how much more can we get? It's not about, you know, it's not quite often anyways. I'm not going to say never, because we've seen some cool things here lately, like Sony Santa Monica coming out with free DLC for Ragnarok. They didn't have to do that. They could have made people pay for that, you know, and people would have. Let's be very, very clear here. People would have paid for Ragnarok DLC, dude, you know, and they just gave it to their fans of the game. Everybody that owns the game gave it to them for free to say thank you. That's amazing. You know, it still happens. We've still got good ones out there. But we see this happen all the time with companies. They talk a big talk. It's almost like politics, dude. You know, it's like they talk a big talk about all these good things they're going to do for us as consumers and gaming enthusiasts. And then when they get a foothold and they get a little bit bigger and they just backtrack and go, oh, sorry, we lied. Get wrecked. You know, it feels terrible. And I think a lot of it really does have to do with the fact that so many of these companies feel like they just get overrun by only business-minded people. Nobody is able to hold true to the sentiment of what it means to be a gamer and to take care of your consumer and things like that anymore. It feels few and far between anyways. It feels like another example right here, I'll tell you what. All right, the last things we're going to run over here. I've got a couple of articles for like some of the bigger games being released for us this year, coming up this year, and we'll take a look at that, and then we'll watch. We've got a big, long, nice Dragon's Dogma 2 showcasing all of showcase video that's showcasing the classes that you can play as in the game. So we're going to do these, then we'll end the news segment with watching the Dragon's Dogma 2 stuff, okay? 9 new releases in 2024 that we can't wait to play for PS5, Switch, Xbox, and PC. These are the biggest games of 2024 that we want to play right now. Rebirth. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This is noted on our schedule because it looks pretty solid. And it looks like a nice little platforming Metroidvania game type that I can get behind that. I'm not a big Ubi fan. That, you know, they've been pretty disappointing for quite a while now, and in my opinion. But this looks pretty dope to me, and I'm keeping track of it. There's a potential for us to get it played if it releases and it reviews fairly well. But I'm just scared of Ubi, so we'll see. Jesus. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Why? The only thing I can come to the conclusion of is that Naughty Dog is scared to do anything new. They remastered a game that's like 3 years old. Well, it'll be 4 years old this year at some point, but I think later in the year. I think it came out in 2020. This is not a game that needed a remaster yet. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. Feels bad, and I don't know what to tell people on that. I just don't understand what is happening here, other than Naughty Dog being scared or just out of ideas to make games with. Persona 3 Reload, February 2nd. Yeah. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on February 29th. Oh, Sephiroth, best boy, dude. Sephiroth, so flippin' just dope. Love Sephiroth, man. Rise of the Ronin. March 22nd. We've seen this. Hades 2. Let's go. Quarter 2 of this year. Hades 2. Oh, man. Pragmata. Is this actually coming out? Didn't this get delayed from like 2022 or something? First introduced in 2020 during the PlayStation State of Play event, Capcom's Pragmata looked to be a completely new and fresh idea situated in a sea of remakes and sequels. Now, nearly 4 years later, after several delays, the sci-fi action adventure game could potentially make its long-awaited debut this year. Could. I looked at this when we were making our schedule, and I couldn't find anything definitive. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. This is a tough one for me. This game looks sick, but I'll tell you what, after playing Alan Wake 2 and everything that I've been seeing here lately coming out of the trailers that they're showing us for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, I'm worried about games like this for the kind of game player that I am and what I enjoy. I don't want to watch a movie. Alan Wake 2, I am not rating nearly as high as most people are, especially for the fact that I got soft locked out of my game yesterday. My save file is soft locked, and that feels terrible. Absolutely confirmed it. Many people have dealt with the same issue. Video James News. That's right. What's up, Soup? Good morning, friendo. I know it's not necessarily probably morning for you anymore, but it's my morning, so I'll say good morning, good day. How you doing, buddy? There were things to enjoy about Alan Wake 2. Let's just take out of the equation the fact that the game's soft locked on me. One of the things that I am not a fan of so many of these games look like they're turning into just a huge visual experience. I'm fine with a game looking good, but I want to play a video game. I don't want to watch a flipping movie. I don't want to watch a show, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate because I'm definitely not the only person that's been dealing with it. It was even there was an entire article written up on Indestructoid about the soft lock bug that I got, and it still hasn't been addressed. So that feels actually terrible. But I digress. It feels like there's this trend happening in the gaming industry where there's so much of a focus on making a game look amazing, and that they're focusing more on making the game feel like a visual experience and a movie almost than it is an actual video game as far as I'm concerned. And that doesn't feel good to me at all. Alan Wake 2 felt like I was constantly being disengaged from controlling and playing a game. I was constantly having to just like relinquish control, let go of my controls, watch what was happening, listen to what was happening, you know, and that got really old for me. It was like, play just a sec, let go. Play just a second longer, let go. You know, and it's like, man, I got to where I was just like so done with the game, really, because I couldn't feel engaged with the gameplay. I was constantly being taken out of having control of the game. And I think there's something great about cinematics. Great cinematics are fantastic. They add a huge element to gameplay as far as, you know, immersion and lore and things like that, telling story. I think that cinematics are fantastic. I don't want the majority of my gameplay experience to be cinematics, though. I think that there needs to be a balance to incorporate it to where it does give you that break occasionally, a break to where you can immerse yourself in more of the lore and the story of the game and the world and the universe and all that stuff, but to constantly be having to just be unengaged from playing a game. It feels like you're watching a show. That's what it feels like to me. I hate it. And I think that one of my examples recently was of one that's done it really good, is like God of War. I haven't played Ragnarok yet, but 2018's God of War was phenomenal. It was, I felt like I was just constantly playing the game, and then every once in a while when it was appropriate, we got really, really good cinematic cutscenes and stuff, and it felt amazing. So I think for me, and I'm interested in how other people feel about this. For me, I'm not a fan of the way Alan Wake 2 did it. And I'm afraid with the kinds of things that I've seen coming out of the trailers for Senua's Saga and Hellblade 2, it's going to feel the same way. It's just going to be a big visual experience for the most part, where you'll be engaged from time to time in gameplay, but for the most part, you're just going to be watching. And I don't want that. I don't care for that. It's super off-putting for me. So we'll see about Senua's Saga. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. That's the DLC coming. Yep. That's the list here. For this one. 10 most anticipated PC games of the year. Let's see what they're listing here. Hades 2. Faux show. True, what up? What's going on, friendo? How you doing? Dragon's Dogma 2, let's go. Super hyped for this. We're about to watch a big, nice, long video about Dragon's Dogma 2 in just a moment. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, yes. Zenless Zone Zero, what it do, soup? Yeah, I showed this to my son last night. He's kind of stoked about this. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Persona 3 Reload. Black Myth Wukong. If it actually releases this year, there's still a lot of time behind that one. I'm okay. I didn't sleep real well. I've got a bit of a headache, but we'll see how we how we progress. I've had a headache since yesterday, actually. Unfortunately, it's not like terrible, but it's not good. It doesn't, it's not fun. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Avowed. I'm worried about this one too. Yeah. Nah, I mean it's cool. It's I'll be fine. Star Wars Outlaws. Seems like it has a pretty cool premise. Seems like they're doing to an extent the same thing that like Knights of the Old Republic did, where you've got a kind of which way are you leaning? It's very factions take all your choices into consideration of what kind of character you are, how you're playing the game. So like that's a great way to immerse people into their unique individual experiences for games like this. So it seems to be cool. I don't know if they're actually doing like if you're gonna be light, like Jedi stuff or dark and Sithy, as the same way that Coder did it, but it does sound like it could be pretty cool. It just depends on how Massive Entertainment is able to push this game out. It's an Ubi game. We know how that goes quite often, right? And number one is Tekken 8, dude. Tekken 8. I think I see some Yoshimitsu there, dude, and some Jax. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, it is. Yep. Sick, dude. I was always a fan of King, I'm going to be grappling, doing those grapple combos and stuff. I haven't played Tekken in a long time, though. Yeah, man. Cool. If you want this list, I'll link it to you. Yeah, boo headaches, I know, man. There are a lot of games that can make it on here. A lot of games could make it. So this was their top 10 most anticipated games of this year. All right, here's the dealio. We're about to watch Dragon's Dogma 2. This is an 18, almost 19-minute video of a new showcase that has come out for Dragon's Dogma 2 that gives you is going to give us a deeper look at the classes in the game. Okay, so I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm gonna start this out. I'll let you guys watch the first of it. I'm gonna go grab some coffee real quick. I'll be right back. But get down.
This month's IGN First is Dragon's Dogma 2. All throughout the month of January, we
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab coffee. Just give me a minute.
We've got brand new gameplay, interviews, deep dives, impressions, exciting reveals, and more. We got to play about 10 hours of the game, so we've got plenty of ground to cover. To kick things off, here's a collection of gameplay clips covering footage of the fighter, thief, warrior, and sorcerer vocations. Make sure to keep an eye on this space for more Dragon's Dogma 2 all throughout the month.
I could have done no better.
It's a black thing. Try not to get hit. Let's do that bin dirty once. Stay with me.
I'm probably sorry, guys.
Hold. I see you've been drenched. Dry off
Apologies.
as soon as you
Rick.
can.
Puppers. Yeah, cut that tree in half, dude. Yeah. So you see that Dolphy right there, or Dophie? That's gonna be your pawn. Okay, that's like your either your character or somebody else's character. And Alistair there, and who's that? Rothgar. I think what it is you have one of your own pawns, and then you have two of other people's pawns to follow you around from online. So it's not a multiplayer, it's not an online multiplayer game or anything, but you have your own pawn that you select their class, you level them up, you get them equipment, you know, it's an entire RPG process of character development that is AI controlled. And then you have two others that you can hire from servers. You know, other people have their own pawns they put on the servers, and you know, you can hire them to come be part of your party as well. Up to, I think it's that was dope.
Do not waste this chance. Must press home our advantage.
Let us
Fine,
finish
fine.
this.
Yeah, I can't wait for this game. Fine. Hold on, dog. How do you hold on to something? Ouchers. Ooh, inventory. Oh, look at all the loot. All the, show me the gear. Show me the gear. Show me. Oh no. No. Show me equipment. Yeah, I can't wait.
You'll not live to regret this.
Use this mark with a nice upload.
Battle cake slam.
You have my gratitude, sir. It would seem I misjudged you.
Subtitles not available.
Do you mind coming over here?
job of doing.
Roaring flame.
I grant you roaring flame.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Arisen! I will fight!
Right in that booty. I bet it smelled terrible.
Focus. A moment of indecision may spell our doom.
Climb on and I'll send you story.
That could have gone back.
Did you just get another life bar? What? What was that? Those are NPC allies. That's what I was just talking about. It has a system in it called the pawn system. That's what these. So you control your character. It's not an online multiplayer game, but it's got this really cool, unique kind of system to it where you have a pawn, which is like a follower, right? AI controlled follower for your own gameplay, for your own game, and you do their character progression. It's like the same as your own character. You decide what class they're gonna be. You go through level ups with them. You select skills and abilities, things like that. You equip them with certain equipment. Usually, what you try to do is, probably run a pawn for yourself that is going to complement whatever class you're playing. Right? It doesn't have to, but that's quite often what you try to do. Then what you can do is you can upload your pawn onto the Dragon's Dogma server, and other people can hire your pawn to be a part of their group. So you can have a total, I think, of 4 group members, including yourself. So it'll be you, your pawn, and then you can hire 2 other pawns. So other people will upload their pawns, not their main characters, but their pawns. They're like followers, right? That they've helped create and level up and stuff. And you can hire them to be in there and be part of your crew as well. And the more people that hire your pawns, the more you jeez, dude, what? That was sick, bro. He went in for the old double foot slam, bro. So you'll get actually benefits from people using your pawn as well, which is currency, loot, things like that, and they'll just like return it to you every once in a while. You'll get for so long that so many people have your pawn out there, and they're using it in their gameplay, their campaign, then you get compensated and stuff. It's really neat. It's really neat. So it's not multiplayer in the traditional aspect, but it does have a bit of a multiplayer component to it, if you will, because of the pawn system. It's really cool.
To bring it down.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
So like if anybody else was going to be playing this game at the same time as me, I can have my companion or pawn on the servers, and you could look them up, you could hire them, have them as part of your party, and I could do the same for you or whatever, you know. It's kind of cool. And they just have like, you can just look at like basically everybody's that's out there on the server and stuff. It's really neat. Oh, that was dope.
Let my magics grant you an elemental.
Got a big old sword, dog. Oh! Get yeeted, son. Nice.
I shall hasten to your aid.
Need those heals, dude. He's getting jacked up.
Feast your eyes on this.
Oh, dude, he almost flew over. That would have been sick. Greg looks like a flipping zombie, dude. Oh, Jesus, what is this, dude? What? What was that just ran? Is this just like an NPC trader or something? Dude, they're coming to help. What the crap? Insane. Tanky, yeah, this thing is super tanky. Look at that cake right there. Some of that beast cake. Yeah, he's an angry elf. He's super chunky, yeah.
Strike hard enough. We might not have to live by.
Oh, he leaped over? Suck. That was gonna be sick. He keeps running this like flipping buffalo or whatever right down into it. Random. Alright, man. Get Dindy face or really? Yes, there is. Bam, dude, right onto his head. What a weak cat. And I seem to remember there being a good amount of like unique type of equipment and stuff you can get in the game, which is really neat, you know. Pretty good selection of equipment. It'll probably be even more fleshed out now. Dark Arisen, Dragon's Dogma 1, Dark Arisen. What was it, 2016? I think. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's certain, especially like rogue type classes. They're all about like having skills that allow them to climb just straight onto enemies and hang on to them and like go for weak points and stuff. Man, it's really dope.
The enemy's movements have grown sluggish.
I felt like in Dragon's Dogma 1, dude, he just beat it. Dragon's Dogma 1, they did a really good job. All the classes felt fun. That's another thing about this game. If they do it like Dragon's Dogma 1, it was, oh, get wrecked. Nice. Your character's level ups are different than class progression. I think that's the way it works. So it was like, you can level up your character, you can be a certain class, but then you can change your class if you want. And really all you have to do is like, you still get like your base stats and stuff don't go down necessarily, right? But your class obviously isn't leveled up if you change, so you've got to like level up that class. I think that's the way it works, something to that effect. So that, you know, it makes it really nice for you to be able to like try out different. It's not like if you choose a class at the start of the game, you're stuck with that class. It's not, see that? He just like jumped off of one of his companions, go up in the air like that. If you choose a class at the beginning of the game, you're not locked into that. You can try any other one that you want at any time, you know? And same thing for your companions. Companions are like that too. You can change your companion to be a different class. You just have to level them up in that class, you know, to get more abilities and skills and stuff like that, you know?
Would not be unwelcome for an ally to appear for once. If we must, let us finish this quickly.
Oh, that's good. It's a dude. I spent like 130 hours in Dragon's Dogma. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. Eating the mage class. Let's go. Chopping the tree down. I really like playing mage class too in Dragon's Dogma 1. I think mage class and like the assassin or rogue class were my favorite ones. Magic sneakers, that's right. Oh, look, dude, you can pick up their bodies. Interesting. Get them out of the battle and stuff. That's cool. So you can res them. That's dope, dude. I didn't know that. That's definitely something new in this one.
I'm only glad that I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Jesus. They're getting wrecked.
The enemy movements are like sluggish.
Yeah. I remember whenever I was younger, dude, all I ever wanted to play was like fighter classes, you know, stuff like that, barbarians and fighters and stuff. That was just while I was young, and I got really, you know, I actually found myself being pulled more towards like, you know, the sneaky classes. That really what I like is like the dual wielding aspect, you know. Like dual wielding as like a rogue and just being like getting back attacks and stuff. I think that's a really cool premise and stuff. So I started getting really into like rogues and assassin kind of gameplay, and I still like playing fighters and warriors. I like playing everything really. One thing I haven't done a lot of is like monks. You know, I haven't done a lot of monk stuff, but I think monks are cool. I don't know why. I need to do like a monk build in a game at some point.
When our cumulatives run out, we're done.
Hanging out on his head, dude. Yeah, stuck in the tree. That's pretty cool, man. Oh God. Excuse me. The video focuses on the combat skills of the 4 classes. Vocations is what they're called. So the classes are actually called vocations that we can assign to our arisen fighter, thief, mage, and archer. Beyond that, the spectacular visual aspect of a world that is supposed to be truly expansive is striking. Excuse me. Also clear is a title very faithful to the first delivery. The combat will be one of the pillars of the adventure. Also, if you want to take a look at what the inventory looks like, they didn't show us enough. It's at 327 in the video, and I'll link all this for you guys. But Love to see it, dude. I'm really psyched about this. Really psyched. There you go. That's the news. Yo. Happy flipping Saturday. I hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. We are going to get ready to play some BG3 with Pinky. Cool. So, I don't know, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of what we do. My head's kind of a mess, dude. this headache and not sleeping well has got me a little bit funky, but we'll have a good day. And thanks for everybody that was part of the news segment this morning. Everybody that's always part of what we do. You're amazing, and I appreciate it very much. We're going to have some fun, play some games. If anybody's been able to hang out that isn't normally around here and is getting to maybe check out our content for the first time, this is what we do, man. We start off our stream every day, which is 6 days a week, every day but Wednesday. We begin with video gaming news. We try to stay current with what's going on in the industry, and then we move on and play games for the rest of the day. So today might be a little bit shorter of a day because of not feeling super great, but we'll still get a good chunk of gaming in, man. We'll have a good time. But we also have most of our content that we've done, video gaming news stuff, playthroughs, things of that nature, funny clips and highlights. All that stuff's on the Twitch channel, Twitch page, and the YouTube channel. So go take a look, man. If you're enjoying it, come be a part of what we do when we're live. We have an amazing community here, awesome people that are here all the time, helping to create this amazing space for us to be a part of on the daily, man. And just enjoy video games and enjoy each other's company and be a civil community full of understanding and caring and stuff like that. So if you can dig that, come be a part of what we do. Other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another. I want to wrap up this news segment with a bit of an outro video here, but I'm not going anywhere. As soon as it's over, we will I'll be right back up on the screen, and we will start getting prepared for playing BG3 with My Name is Pinky. You guys rock. Thank you for being here. What up, bread? Happy New Year, friendo. I'm great, man. I hope you're good too. Happy weekend. What are we rating today, buddy?